These 10 fragrances that I'm about to show you right now are my favorite purchases of 2020. Stay tuned after this intro. What is going on, guys, and welcome again to another video. Yes, this is another end of the year video, and happy holidays to every single one of you. And here I am with my 10 favorite purchases of 2020. Some of these 10 fragrances are blind buys, and some of this other fragrances are fragrances that I really wanted for the longest time. One thing about this video, these 10 fragrances right here, they're not new releases. There's some of them are new releases for 2020 this year, and they are great, but at the most part it's not the case here at all. This is fragrances that I liked and I purchased this year. It doesn't mean that they are came this year, okay? One more thing, this list, they're not in any particular order. I'm just gonna grab them randomly just to show it to you guys. But before I start showing you my list, don't forget to give me a big like for encouragement. My goal for this video is 300 likes, so please be generous. I'll feel free just to give me as many likes as you can possibly give. This is the holidays, for God's sake. Don't forget also to give me a click on that subscribe button down there and the notification bell to not miss any of this guy in the future, especially for 2021. I'm really hoping for a better 2021 for everybody, so click that subscribe button and the notification bell and follow my sweet Instagram that I spend a lot of times on it, okay? My number 10 on my list is a cheapie that not a lot of people talk about, and it was the case for me here as well until a friend of mine just showed me this fragrance and I had to purchase it. It cost like around $26 for 30 ml. So if you kind of like count the amount of mls compared to the price point, it's not that cheap, but the quality in here, it's superb. Seriously guys, it is a $26 fragrance, but it is one of my favorite vanillas out there, like period, and it's a beast mode. And I'm talking about Vanilla Doré by Pharmacia. You can find this at any anthropology store. It smells great, guys. It smells exactly like Replica by the fireplace without the ashy, woodsy, fire, burning woods type of thing. It just smells like the vanilla and the chestnuts. That's it, without the burning woods. I love this one. It smells great and it's phenomenal. And seriously guys, for $26 you can't go wrong, and 30 ml is more than enough. This fragrance lasts and projects, okay? Great cheapie that everybody needs to check out for sure. My number 9 on my list is a tester for Musk 25 by Labo. I love this scent. Guys, it's not for everybody. I really love musky fragrances. This is clean musky fragrances, kind of like Kiehl's in a way, but this is way much better, way more powderier, and it could lean a little feminine for some people out there. You have to really like clean, fresh out of the shower, musky, powdery fragrances, kind of like in the same vein as Baccarat Rouge 540, but different. They smell nothing alike, but you just get that sparkling, vivid, powdery, sweet touch that Baccarat Rouge 540 has. That's why this one reminds me somewhat of Baccarat Rouge as the same vein. It smells great. This is a try before you buy, because I know for a fact it's not gonna be for everybody, but if you have a taste like mine, you would love Musk 25. It's a beautiful scent. It's one of my favorites from the house of Labo, and it is on my number 9. Okay, let's just go with my number 8, which is Soleil by Tom Ford. This is again slightly feminine, especially when you first spray it on. You get that floral sweet nuances that kind of like you associate that smell with feminine scents, but I personally don't care, especially that when this one dries down just a little bit, the benzoin and all the darker sexy nuances comes out and just becomes divine. If you love benzoin in fragrances, this is one of the best benzoin based fragrances, and I just love that fragrance for that. Soleil is such a beautiful scent. It's beautiful, okay? I highly encourage you guys to try this one out, but just don't blind buy anything. try before you buy, okay? But Tom Ford Soleil Neige is definitely, without a doubt, one of my favorite purchases this year for sure. Another skanky one that I love, okay? It is pretty skanky, I'm not gonna lie about that, but it's just, it's pleasing but skanky at the same time. It's got a lot of civet, it's got a lot of castoreum, but with added bubble gum and a lot of great floral nuances. The bubble gum and the floral nuances makes this fragrance pretty feminine, okay? Pretty sexy, a nice, girly, young, feminine scent. But the castoreum and the civet and these darker poopy nuances here, which are big as well, kind of like makes this fragrance totally unisex, but makes it sexy, okay? Like skanky but sexy. But once this fragrance dries down, it gives some sexy appeal. You just don't know what are you smelling exactly. It's just a sexy smell, okay? And I'm telling you guys, I have bajillion tons of beast modes in my collection, and Jungle Jezebel by Sarah Baker could be one of the very extreme strongest ones in my collection. It's beautiful. I love it. Look at the wig. I look at the eyelashes for that bottle. I don't care about the bottle. I know it's tacky, but it's different enough to be displayed on my shelf. Okay, I love this scent. It's one of my absolute favorites this year for sure. From the house of Sarah Baker, Jungle Jezebel. Another one that I love, which I think it's a great, very niche type of a smell. Another great vanilla-based fragrance, and I'm talking about Lune Feline by Atelier des Ors. This one, it's a great fragrance that I personally love, and I really wanted it to be in my collection for the longest time, and it just happened this year. I'm glad just to finally get myself a bottle of Lune Feline. If you are into very niche fragrances, I highly encourage you to try Lune Feline out. This is one of the best vanillas out there, but it's got some birchy, smoky notes out there. It's like the birch tar in Aventus, the smoky batch of Aventus, and just the note itself. And imagine that note in Aventus multiplied 1,000 times probably. So there's a lot of smokiness coming out of the birch. It smells like birch tar to me, combined with the vanilla. When you first spray it on, it's mainly slutty vanilla with some hints of that birch tar, but once this fragrance dries down a little bit, the birch tar like really becomes the main star, and the vanilla kind of like becomes in the background. But then again, when this fragrance really dries down in the very base, it becomes a very vanillic type of powdery scent with a hint of birch tar. I love this scent. It's not for everybody, again, just because the birch tarry, smoky nuances are big in here and could be a turn off for some people. But I personally love it, and I think it's one of my favorite fragrances, bar none, when it comes to niche fragrances. One of my favorite vanilla fragrances, bar none, and one of my favorite purchases this year, bar none as well. Let's just go with another one, which is Unique E Luxury Chocolate Makes Me Happy. I swapped this one recently with my friend Eddie, and I love this one. I've smelled this one when I was at Scent Explore last year in New York, and I actually talked to the owner and the people from Unique E, and I smelled everything from their house, and they have such a great collection when it comes to fragrances, and I just love their line. And Unique E, definitely one of my favorite gourmands. Chocolates, raspberry, with an ambery undertone that really comes out when this fragrance really dries down. It lasts forever. It's a base mode, so if you spray this one on your skin, just commit to it. Definitely one of my favorite purchases this year for sure. Chocolate Makes Me Happy by Unique E. The next one up is definitely, without a doubt, one of my favorite 2020 designer releases, and I'm talking about Profondo by Acqua di Gio. This is a great scent, guys. This is kind of like Dior Sauvage meets the original Acqua di Gio. Okay, this is a base mode again. This one would definitely get you compliments. This is a very modernized version of Acqua di Gio, the original. This is very current, very like in right now with the ambroxan. This is an ambroxan balm, so if you love ambroxan, if you loved your sauvage in general, try Profondo out. I even think sometimes Profondo is even better than Dior Sauvage. Sometimes I feel like Dior Sauvage is sexier, to be honest, but this is definitely cleaner, and it just definitely gives a clean vibe that's just to die for. Okay, so Profondo is definitely one of my favorite purchases this year, and it is from this year. Okay, another great purchase this year, it's Annie from Nishane, another Turkish brand. We have a couple of Turkish brands on this list. This is a great vanilla. I have a lot of vanillas here. Pharmacia, Vanilla Dore, Lune, Feline, and Annie. These are like mainly vanilla. I think I love vanilla, and I really was purchasing a lot of vanilla-based fragrances, great vanilla-based fragrances this year. And Annie definitely is the fragrance for me when everything opens up again, just to wear when I want to go out at night. Because seriously guys, I just want to wear this one going out at night. It's a base mode, it's a very pleasing scent, and would definitely get you compliments. Annie, without a doubt, one of my favorite purchases this year. Let's just go with the number 9, I guess, or number 2, or whatever. It's the one before last. It's Amouage Meander. What a pretty bottle that is, and that's a pretty fragrance as well. This is kind of like very pleasing. Okay, it could lean a little feminine at first just because of the floral sweet nuances, but just give it a couple of minutes, guys. Then the smoky, earthy nuances would just come out, and just this fragrance would become divine. Okay, I really enjoy this fragrance. One of my favorite Amouages, bar none. I love my Reflection Man, I love my Lyric Man, I love my Opus 6. What else do I like from the house of Amouage? Interlude Man, I love way too many of them, but this one, it's up there as well. I'm glad they just came out with such a beautiful scents. I'm really wanted to smell the other new one, Engrave, or I believe it calls Engrave. I'm just gonna put titles to that one. I haven't smelled that one yet, but I've heard too many great things about it. So Amouage is definitely a brand spanking new release for this year, and it's definitely one of my favorites this year. Okay, let's just go with my last one, and this fragrance actually, it's one of I think it's the second review that I ever did like 7-8 years ago in my YouTube channel. I'm talking about J'ai fait un rêve by Majda Bekkali. I had a decant that I was working on for the longest time, but I definitely finally decided just to pull the trigger to get myself a full bottle, and I'm really happy. I couldn't be happier. This is a very classy scent. If you love darker patchouli, sexy cedar woods, creamy sandalwood, this one smells phenomenal. It gives somewhat of an irisy vibe just because of probably the sandalwood, or maybe there's an iris here as well, but I just love this smell. Very sexy, very sophisticated manly scent. If you are looking for a sophisticated manly scent, try J'ai fait un rêve by Majda Bekkali. I love that house. It's one of my favorites, and it's a beast mode as well. So this is it, guys. These are the 10 fragrances, my best purchases or my favorite purchases that I did this year. I didn't really purchase a lot of fragrances this year. You know why? But overall, I'm glad of my purchases of what I did this year. So please let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think of my best purchases this year? What were your best purchases this year? I'm just curious. I would love to know. Please comment and give me a like. My goal again is 300 likes for this video, and click that subscribe button and the notification bell right next to it, and follow my sweet